Okay, so this Eagles versus Commanders matchup is going to be chippy. Saquon Barkley and Jayden Daniels low-key taking shots at each other. Meanwhile, the Eagles change up the practice schedule this week, but did give us the update on two important players. As for Washington, they're dealing with the loss of a player for the whole season. So much to unpack, including a media member disrespecting Isaiah Rodgers, plus several Eagle players were named finalists for season individual awards, and Fangio, for the good of the team, calls out another Eagles All-Pro. But first, look how early Jalen Hurts knew Saquon was going to score.
Hey! Hey! Come on, baby. I told you. Come on now.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you're excited for Let's Hunt Part 3 NFC Championship style, do your boy a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So as we all know, Jalen Hurts' knee and Quinyon Mitchell's shoulder looks to be fine enough for them to play Sunday versus the Commanders. However, how limited they could be is up in the air, so I'm definitely curious to see what goes on this week at practice. You can tell they gave something to Jalen Hurts for the pain, as he almost dropped an F-bomb in the post-game interview.
Well, I don't know if it'll snow next week, but rain, sleet, or snow, Eagles train to go. We'll be ready to go.
Do you love playing in the snow?
I love playing football. How about that? I used to put it on when we played a video game as a kid. I put the snow on the 100 and all that, but that was as a kid.
The ability to stay in the game and make the crucial checks for Saquon Barkley's big-time runs just shows how much he's grown from shoulders up. And that's why when a play needs to be made, I'm going to believe in QB1. As for what we're going to see at practice, Nick Sirianni did say today that Jalen Hurts and Quinyon Mitchell will be out there, but that's what he left it at, which is a good sign. However, Wednesday is a walkthrough, and it's closed to the media, and it's at 3:10 p.m. As for the rest of the week, Thursday practice is back at Lincoln Financial Field, probably with the pads on, and it is open to the media during warm-ups and individual drills at 2:25 p.m. And for the last practice on Friday, once again at Lincoln Financial Field, open briefly during warm-ups, and that is at 1:10 p.m. I do find it a little odd that Wednesday's practice is closed to media. I don't believe it was on Packers week or Rams week. Now again, Jalen and Quinyon banged up. We're getting the green light, but they could be trying to let them ease it in without all the attention to what's wrong. As for the Commanders, they announced on Sunday that right guard Sam Cosmi has torn his ACL, which means a backup right guard is coming in to deal with an all-pro D tackle in Jalen Carter. And Josh Sweat said it the best.
And I saw it, I was like, it was only a matter of time before he was going to kill that right guard. No disrespect to the right guard, but...
What was it like playing in the snow today?
The Rams right guard had a hard time dealing with Jalen Carter, and that was with snow. Eagles D-line getting at Jayden Daniels could be the key to winning this game. And with this news, the pressure is going to start in the middle, but it won't stop there, as we've seen Josh Sweat get at Jayden Daniels when he came to Philly last time, and of course, Nolan Smith, a big third down sack, and went right to BG to hug him. And listen, there's some murmurs that BG can come back for this game. I don't think he meant this game. I think there's still a possibility that BG can literally come back if the Eagles get to the Super Bowl, because there's a 2-week waiting period between the end of the NFC Championship to the Super Bowl. And again, will that mess up the flow? I doubt it. You can still play Nolan, Sweat, BG, and Hunt. The fresher the body, the better they have the ability to continue this saying, let's hunt. As for this game getting chippy, we talked about it yesterday.
The beautiful thing is it got to go through Philly. And
I remember, after we lost to Washington, some of those guys were looking at us and saying that we're going to see you again, and here we are.
Saquon also posted a picture to his IG saying, screaming us against whoever. Now, that's been our motto, but the Commanders are acting like it's their motto, and Jayden Daniels liked the post. But what kind of like was it? Was it like, okay, y'all talking about y'all versus whoever? We're about to see. I don't know. JD5 seems real humble, but again, this is an NFC Championship matchup against a divisional rival for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. This game is going to be chippy, and I think it's already starting. There's definitely no love lost between the fans. As a Commander fan tweeted this, the NFC Championship will feature a team who succeeds because of their quarterback versus a quarterback who succeeds because of his team. On Sunday, Jayden Daniels will remind the world why quarterback is the most important position in football. So I had to hit him with this. The NFC Championship will feature a team who has multiple players who have been there and are used to winning versus a team who's not used to winning in 3 decades and caught breaks all season long. On Sunday, the Eagles will remind the world the difference between a lucky team and a good team. When Jalen Hurts balls out against them, it's going to hurt even more. Now, me saying lucky, I'm talking about how some of their wins came about. At the end of the day, the Commanders are playing their best football of the season when it matters most. Jayden Daniels is the real deal. This is a good team. I just think the Eagles are a better team, and I'm going to continue to say it. Now, before we get to a Philadelphia media member disrespecting Isaiah Rodgers, plus several Eagles made finalists for AP voting, we also hear from Fangio and Kellen on some important situations. And could the referee who's calling the Eagles versus Commanders game benefit the Eagles? But first, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Mando, the best way to control odor for your pets, packages, and feet. My favorite gotta be the deodorant Mount Fuji, but they got other set of deodorants too. Bourbon leather, Clover Woods, Pro Sports, and of course, like I said, my favorite one, Mount Fuji. It is honestly the longest lasting deodorant I ever used. Go buy anything from Axe to Dove Men out there. They say 48 hours, it barely works 6. This one works long. It's doctor clinically approved. And my favorite thing about it is there's no itchiness. There's no irritation. It doesn't stain your shirts. This is, besides smelling good, it keeps you feeling good. And in the starter pack, you get wipes and lotion, quick for your packages and feet. And the price is perfect. So click the link in the description and or the pinned comment section and get $5 off your starter pack with promo code PhillyMike. Once again, click the link in the description. Use my promo code PhillyMike, all capitals, no exclamation point, to get $5 off your starter pack. Now, before we get into some important topics, AJ Brown shared this on IG, and I think it's hilarious.
This man got Odell Beckham on his leg.
Clearly, it's not Odell Beckham. As he said, it's really Big Play Slay, but AJ's clowning him for having him on his body, as these guys are in the facility to get ready for a week of practice. As for the worst Philadelphia media member, Marcus Haynes writes for the Philadelphia Inquirer Sports, disgraced gambler Isaiah Rodgers helped save the Eagles season, by Marcus Haynes. Isaiah Rodgers quote tweeted it, "You corny as bleep," at Philly Sports. I tweeted underneath it, "Don't worry, Isaiah Rodgers. This is the same guy who said some crazy stuff about Joel Embiid, and Embiid shoved him. Also the guy who started all that AJ Brown drama last year, and when AJ tried to check him, he didn't show up." Now, a couple people on Twitter said he wrote good things, but why say that to start the article as a title? Yeah, to grab people to read it. But someone like me, seeing something disgusting like that, I don't even read it. Good, bad, ugly, sad. And this ain't the first time, and it won't be the last time for Marcus Haynes. Staying with Isaiah Rodgers, Fangio said his confidence is high in Rodgers if he needs to play. Also talked about him low-key being a starter all through training camp until he got hurt.
Well, he was a guy that all during OTAs and training camp was doing very well. And then he broke his hand and was out for a few weeks and was slow to recover from that, meaning when he came back, he wasn't playing at the same level he was prior. But now he's definitely back to where he was, and I have total confidence in him if he plays.
Who knows exactly how things would have shaped out for Quinyon being outside and Cooper being in the slot early on if he never got hurt. Everything happens for a reason, but we might need Isaiah for the rest of this playoff run. Moving on to several Eagles that were named finalists for the regular season individual awards by the Associated Press that will be announced Super Bowl week. Running back Saquon Barkley, MVP finalist, and Offensive Player of the Year finalist. Linebacker Zach Bond, Defensive Player of the Year finalist, and cornerback Quinyon Mitchell and cornerback Cooper DeJean finalists for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And last but not least, DC Vic Fangio, Assistant Coach of the Year finalist. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win what, but there should be several Eagle members winning something. Moving on to the article written about the Eagles versus Commanders officials. Some may say the specific refereeing crews don't actually matter with respect to the outcome of the game, but the numbers don't lie, Bundy said. Philadelphia is 6-1 with Hockley calling their games, while Washington is just 1 of 3 all time. This will also be the third time Hockley will call a game between the NFC East rivals. The Eagles won both matchups. Now, last Sunday versus the Rams, the officiating crew was the same guy who kicked out C.J. Gardner-Johnson in the loss to the Commanders. And our record with him refereeing wasn't good, but we still got the dub. So I don't know how big of a role this plays, but I know y'all were upset last week with the referees. This week, I guess we'll be fine. Now, if you haven't seen the Big Play Slay podcast, he spoke highly of Jayden Daniels, but I love what he says about this matchup for the third time. You don't really got a game plan.
When you're used to each other, man, it's not too much of a game plan you go do. It's all about who gonna make the least mistakes and who gonna make plays. So it's not even about like, you know, because we know each other. You know what I'm saying? We know everything. We don't have to go through like the player list, like as in like what this player good at, what that player good at, what that player good at. Like we already know what they're good at because we don't play them twice already. So this is gonna be a great matchup, man. Two former teams that know each other very, very well. And what's even crazier, man, the Sixer owner, like he's the owner of the Washington Commaders. So it's like him and Mr. Lord, like they like hang together a little bit. So this gonna be even interesting. Like they might be sharing a suite together because I think they real tight with each other. So this gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a great matchup come Sunday. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Because look, it gonna be a good one, man. You know, this is going to the Super Bowl, man. It's going to the Super Bowl. So look, breathe in together, y'all, as one Eagles fans. Let's go. We got a lot to go, man. Let's go, man. Make sure y'all bring the energy. Make sure y'all bring everything because we gonna need it all, man, for this big dub this weekend because that's what we got to come back with because we want to go to the Super Bowl.
Hey, no matter if you think it's going to be a close game or a blowout, playoff nerves gotta be real. This is the game to get to the biggest game of the year, which, as I stated earlier, on defense starts with Jalen Carter, especially against a backup right guard. Merrill Reese asked Vic Fangio if he has to treat Jalen Carter differently because with all the praise, he might get a big head.
A little bit, but I don't worry about that because there's plenty to correct, too.
Correctable tape? I like how Fangio does it, right? Low-key calling him out, saying, look, you're an all-pro. You're great. Just keep working, and you could be the greatest there ever was in Eagle Green. That is a good call-out, if you ask me. With coaches like Fangio, Jalen Carter will never be satisfied and always get better, and I can't wait to see him versus the Commanders this week. Flipping it over to the offense, Kellen was straight up asked about the safety Jalen Hurts took. Who's to blame?
Yeah, that one's on me. That one's simply on me. Chasing a particular look that is more traditional in the open field, and we were backed up, and that's one that, hey, I'll call something different in that situation based off of, just the way it played out.
So 100% on you.
Yeah.
You and say, hey, you know what, he should have gone to Dallas there to get rid of the ball.
There's things within it, but obviously, my number one focus is to put the guys in the best position to be successful, and didn't feel like I did.
Again, a deep drop in the end zone with snow and a hurt knee. Bad decision. He was also asked about preparing for the Rams with 3 head coaching interviews.
It's really the same process we normally take. Nothing changes on our preparation for a game. I missed a 4th grade basketball game on Friday night. That's about it. And so, other than that, it's the same process.
Said it didn't affect him, and the run game looked as good as advertised. We'll see what goes on play calling wise versus the Commanders. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. I absolutely love hearing from y'all. Go get your Mando link in the description and or the pinned comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bells. We'll be live and dropping videos all through this week. I will be back with the live play-by-play. Shout out to everybody who's been asking me for the last 3 weeks where I've been at the Eagles games, 3 weeks in a row. But we will be back live play-by-play. Until next time, you know what time it is. Muscle up. We out.